Dude, this fucking sucks. Was it good?
Alright, so welcome to Was It Good? I'm Drunk Chris.
Chad.
It's a new segment we're going to start because Force Watch, I guess we could say I bemoaned and bitched until it was ruined.
Alright, so he didn't like the movies I picked, which is supposed to be Force Watch, but he's being a little bit about it. So it's going to be his show.
Force Watch is mine.
Whenever he sees a movie and he's like, I know Chad's never going to see this.
I'm going to force him to watch it, and I already have 3 lined up.
So this is Was It Good?
Which is...
Basically, we watch a movie and...
Basically, Chris watches a movie Chad likes, and we talk about whether or not it's good. This first episode, we're doing Waterworld.
Waterworld!
And Waterworld is the only movie my parents saw in theaters that they went to the management and demanded to get their money back. So that's where my Waterworld starts.
I did that at Clash of the Titans.
I did that at the remake of The Thing.
You didn't like it?
Remember how it's...
CGI heavy?
No, I watched the first 30 seconds, and they were like, those guys over in the Norwegian thing were acting weird, and then the doctor holds up cannabis sativa, and they go, oh, that makes sense, stoners, and I was like, done! Because that's not what The Thing's about.
Well, a quick thing about this movie. It currently is settled at Rotten Tomatoes at 46%, so it's not...
Which is better than I would think.
I thought it was going to be like 20s.
I thought it'd be like right up there with Norbit, like at a solid 9.
Ugh. But the best part about this movie, first of all, it was made in 1995, July 28th. It had a budget of $175 million, which was the highest budgeted movie before Titanic came.
And now I wanna make the joke of, oh, the budget went straight to the actors, but no, the budget went.
Oh, I have a funny story about
that. Okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
The budget was supposed to be $100 million.
Right.
Which originally was supposed to be $6 million. Went up to $100 million because Universal bought it and everything.
Mm-hmm.
$75 million over budget.
Jesus Christ.
And a lot of the budget did go to
Costner
because he would stay at a special luxury hotel thing. He would take a fancy yacht to and from the thing.
Of course. Now, did they actually film in the ocean?
It was originally about $65 million, not $6 million. I'm retarded.
Yeah.
Yeah, they actually filmed in the ocean, and Steven Spielberg, they asked him about it because he obviously did Jaws, and he warned them, do not film in the ocean. It's going to cost way too much money, and it's going to be awful.
Do you want to cut that and start over?
No, we're keeping it.
Okay.
So, they had a $5 million set. You remember the whole town thing they had?
The atoll.
The hurricane hit, the thing sunk. $5 million set.
Is this one of those doomed productions?
Kind of. Because right now we're just giving you a quick history and we're going to go right into
Chad's giving me... I was supposed to also do research, but I watched it this morning at 2 a.m. and got really angry. I thought about sabotaging this show, but now I'm going along with it.
So the funniest thing is they brought Joss Whedon on to rewrite dialogue and stuff.
No
Kevin Costner
shit.
hated it.
Is that why the dialogue is so fucking bad?
Any flat dialogue that the actors just don't look enthused is Joss Whedon's.
That makes 100% sense.
But the best thing, the Mariner, the main character, Kevin Costner, the director, I didn't write down his name.
Wait.
Other Kevin.
No, I'll Google it. Anyway, keep talking.
Basically, they both had a different vision for what the Mariner was going to be.
Kevin Reynolds.
Kevin Reynolds wanted him to be more of a hard-ass...
He wanted Mad Max.
Yeah. And Kevin Costner wanted a character piece. He wanted this movie to be a character piece. Which could have been cool, but...
They should have gone one direction. The fact that
because you could tell,
right down the middle...
Because part of the movie, he's like a super dick. Then he's like, I guess I'll be the hero.
I also noticed he also does the fingernail chewing that Mad Max does.
Oh, yeah.
Which Tom Hardy does in the new movie, remember?
Yeah.
Bait. I was like, did he get that from Costner, or did Costner get it from Gibson? You know?
There are 3 versions of this movie.
I only saw the theatrical.
The theatrical, there's the TV, which they cut out a lot of the meat of the movie.
But they're...
And then, funny thing, there was a fan edit where they added all deleted scenes and everything, but then Universal ended up putting out the 2-hour and 50-something minute.
Yeah, just say 3 hours.
3-hour cut, which pretty much was the fan edit. Kevin Costner's stunt double almost died because he came up. Remember the scene where they dive down to go to get all the stuff from the ground to show the girl?
Who was the girl?
I don't remember her name, but basically he came up from the ocean too fast, so the pressure.
What do they call it? The spin? Not the spins. Diving sickness or something like that?
No, it's something crazy.
Your eyeballs can pop out of your head because you'll fuck up.
But this movie did make a good amount of money, I guess, from back then. It made $264 million in the box office, which is okay. It's obviously not what they wanted.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Janine. Why would you do that, computer? Janine Triplehorn. I could have sworn she was someone else.
That's like a fucking cartoon name.
Yeah.
You see that in fucking like King of the Hill or something.
You only see her butt.
Yeah, there was a scene where you thought you'd see the boobs, but
you only see the butt, and the butt was nice.
It was a nice butt.
Janine, your butt's nice.
But God, was she fucking annoying.
Look at that lazy eye. Oof.
Alright, so let's get into the good of the movie.
Okay, I want to do this because I feel like I'm better at talking about the good stuff.
You piece of shit.
No, I just think, because, like, I would get enthusiastic. I really liked, the look of the movie was amazing.
Well, it was all practical effects.
Of course.
All real. This is one of the last movies where it was all real sets.
That's exactly what I was going to say. It felt like an 80s, like peak 80s movie made in the... If it was released around the same time Predator and Terminator and Rocky and shit was released, like that 84 to 88 time period, 95. If it was released in 85... It would have fucking blown people. Mad Max, but with boats?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Like, if you look at this movie just as, like, a visual thing, like, it could be, like, a tech piece. What's that called? Like a
technical piece? Like a tech demo.
Tech demo.
Yeah.
This could be, like, a tech demo of what practical effects can do, and what you could do with actors, and actually, like, have the practical stunts and all that.
Having the guys on the jet skis underwater...
That was cool.
And that was real.
Yeah.
Like, they really cut the rope and the guys propelled themselves out and shit.
So many people got hurt doing that, too.
What about the water skiers? That was fucking retarded. Anyway, we're not going to get into the dumb shit. We're going to get into shit we like. Dennis Hopper, he was the bad guy?
Yeah. He is my favorite bad guy. He knows what movie he's in.
I feel like...
So he hammed it up.
No, I feel like he was doing the opposite. I feel like he was sabotaging the project.
No, because if you watch him in Speed and Mario, he does the same thing.
Right, but I feel like in Waterworld, especially in the opening scenes where they're attacking the atoll, he's fucking into it, right?
That's my favorite part.
But then, adios, cousins. And it was so, like, you could tell someone was like, bro, just say it. And he was like, I really don't think I should say this line.
Well, that's probably a Joss Whedon scene.
So he goes, adios, cousins, and jumps off the boat.
There is a scene in the deleted scenes where he's testing out eyeballs.
No, that was in the one I watched.
It was? I thought that was
That's
deleted.
in the original one where everyone's like, no, it's fucking great. And he's like, oh yeah, what does the kids say? They always tell the truth. Looks like shit. And then they do the Joker. He looks in the mirror scene. It was very reminiscent of the Jack Nicholson Joker scene.
That was a great scene, though.
Yeah.
I'd rather watch a movie about Dennis Hopper's character than...
But, I thought his sidekick was Jeremy Irons. The whole fucking time. I thought it was Jeremy Irons, and I was like, he looks weird. The little girl was annoying as fuck.
Yeah, we'll get
lift
into
it, push it.
Good.
Yeah, practical effects, sets were amazing. It did look like Mad Max on the water, which was awesome. Jack Black was in it?
Yeah, he was the plane pilot.
No.
Yeah. And there's a deleted scene where he's talking to, Dennis Hopper, about, like, his friend dying and everything, and he's, like, sitting there crying, freaking out and everything.
Didn't he die, though, in that scene? Because the plane is flying around, and he, with the spear gun. By the way...
No, the spear gun hits the friend, and Jack Black takes off.
Right. No, then Jack Black's stuck, and he's circling his boat.
They also might have re-edited it for the extended
And then
version.
Kevin Costner climbs up the thing, and the guy, he's trying to shoot the cord, and he shoots Costner, and then Costner pulls his spear gun out and shoots the pilot, and then the plane crashes, I think.
I thought I remembered the plane crash, and then I watched the extended version, and Jack Black's in the scene, so I think he got away.
I watched this movie...
I think that was a plot hole.
I watched this movie about 12 hours ago, and I have no fucking memory.
Well, that's
what sucks about this movie.
What else do I have? The action was fun. It was like swashbuckling, him doing the rope stuff, being like, ah.
The action was terrible.
Those two cheese.
I saw a live... Actually, I figured out... It turns out I never saw a live-action Waterworld. Remember those shows back in the 90s that were like, world's wildest police chases and stuff like that? They would show disasters. I watched a world's wildest disaster where, you know the scene where Costner is riding down the zip line to the plane? Well, they reenacted that scene, except one of the explosions hits the guy on the zip line and he falls into the fire, and then the whole set blew up and like killed a bunch of people. And I remember watching that and being like, oh god, Waterworld's rad. But yeah.
I can't, like, other than like the sets, like I said, this is a cool tech piece.
Yeah.
Like if you watch this movie, be like,
the
if you
costumes are fantastic.
it looks like what would...
The makeup, everyone looks sunburnt and lips chat. Like, it looks... Oh, God. Why would you start your movie showing your main character drinking piss? Why?
Didn't he filter it out, though?
Doesn't matter. Here's your hero. Glug, glug, glug.
It's trying to show the troubles you go through living out in the ocean.
But it's I don't know. You build a piss filtering machine. Build a saltwater. Walter.
Yeah. We'll get... All right.
Sorry.
Since we're going into the negative, do you have any more positives, or...
I got to see that girl's ass. Oh, something Jeter. What's his name?
Derek?
No, that's the only reason I know his name. He played the guy who had the mouse in Green Mile. He played the mad scientist in the balloon.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad he gets work. It was fucking awesome to see him in this movie. I love that actor.
Yeah.
He's like a Paul Giamatti, where like he's in everything, but you don't notice him, and then you see him, and you're like, oh, that guy's fucking great.
That was such an ex machina scene.
Yeah.
It was like, hey,
I'm here now!
I found you guys, and I'm still up here.
Thank God you set your boat on fire, or I never would have found you.
Alright. Let's get to the bad. I honestly just want to talk about how much the Mariner character is just...
You could tell
two different characters.
And the worst part is, I watched this movie Highwaymen with Woody Harrelson and Kevin Costner, where they play the cops that kill Bonnie and Clyde. And it's just a character piece. They're just those two guys. They were Texas Rangers. The Texas Rangers have been disbanded. Everyone's used... Like, they learn about a wiretap, and they're like, the fuck is a... Like, they're used to riding horses with six-shooters to kill people, and then they're like, you guys are old cowboys, go kill Bonnie and Clyde. So it's like a character piece of these guys, like, trying to adapt to the modern world, but at the same time trying to kill these psychopathic murderers. Watch it. It's an amazing movie. Watching that, and then watching Costner's performance, young Costner, in his prime, it was so upsetting.
He
gave up.
He's so, like, aggressive in the role, too. With the way they made him, like, every time somebody tried to talk to him, he's like, why are you talking to me?
Which is fine, because you got Conan, you got Mad Max, you got that character.
Yeah, but he doesn't do it well.
And, he'll never watch. What was he going to say? Yeah, you know, you get that, like, hard-ass, stoic, Clint Eastwood kind of character, but if you do it right, it works.
That's the problem with this. He's two different people. He's
Well,
the one person that like falls in love with the girl. And
now that I know there's a Whedon script, it makes perfect.
Yeah.
Because remember the swimming scene with the little girl? We're friends now! Wait, what about the monster in the scene previous? They're asleep. Okay.
Yeah, and that whole...
Also, why would a shark's face open up like this works? Why would a shark's evolution just change?
Yeah, they didn't really say anything about...
Also, that much ice would not flood the world that fucking much.
You don't know that.
I do know that.
Are you a scientist?
More so than climatologists. Blue Sub number 6 does it, where they flood the Earth, and skyscrapers are still above water.
Well, that's actually a cool thing, because in the NES, or Super NES, one of the video games, they actually have all the skyscrapers sticking out.
Oh my god.
So that would have made a better
It would have been so
than
much
the actual
better.
movie.
But maybe not even sticking out, but
Well,
you know how in like really tropical water you can see the bottom?
Yeah, but
What if when he's sailing over really tropical water, you look down and you see the roof of the Empire State Building?
The problem is, in the movie, the people don't know all that's down there.
But they should know it's down.
They should know, but they don't. Like, where did magazines come from?
Where the fuck do you think?
Yeah, but the way they play...
I got paper.
The way they play it in the movie, nobody knows the all stuff's
They
down
also
there.
don't really.
So that's when the girl goes in this thing. Is where'd you get this stuff?
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like they start the movie by saying the polar ice caps flooded and the world melted and the world is flooded. Cut to Kevin Costner on his boat. How many years have happened between then and now?
Yeah.
Also, if the entire world was an ocean, wouldn't there be like insane hurricanes and because the only thing that stops a hurricane is land. So like, wouldn't there be like Jupiter eye spot size storms just destroying the planet?
And I want to bring up one quick thing. The little girl doesn't know how to swim.
No, it's because she grew up on dry land.
The little girl?
Yeah.
You don't know that. You don't know how long she's been alive. The movie.
No, at the end of the movie, when they go and they see the parents' bones and they see the material that made tattoos, and she goes, "I'm home." It's because she lived on dry land for the majority of her life.
It's Waterworld. They should teach her how to swim.
Also, babies, if you throw them in water, instinctually hold their breath. So the fact that she doesn't know how to swim is kind of like, bitch, you actively learning not how to swim. You're going out of your way at this point.
But just
what was the bubbling gook underneath the tree? Where did that come from? Was the tree on top of a mountain and there was a small volcano?
well, supposedly they're supposed to be on Everest.
Oh, the atoll's supposed to be Everest?
Yeah. So
So then how is dry land higher than the atoll? Because Everest is the peak, the highest.
they're supposed to be at the peak of Everest, and the nature took over.
Wait, are you saying dry land is supposed to be Everest?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because the atoll, the little base, I was like, how the fuck is that higher, supposedly, than the dry land where the little girl is from?
Yeah, but the way, like, I guess the mountain, I don't know.
I do like that scene where when Costner's on dry land and he's hearing, like, birds chirp and, like, horses gallops, and he's like, I don't...
Uncomfortable feeling.
But here's what I would do if I was the girl in that situation. I'd go, cool, you don't have to live here, but just take people to dry land. Let's get people back to dry land.
Yeah.
You know, let's be their ferryman.
You know how to get here, motherfucker.
You know how to get here, and you're a badass. Bring cool people here.
Let's talk about being a badass thing. If he was at all smart, why isn't he just super rich, being able to dive down?
He was.
No, but he wanted to be the loner type and all that stuff.
But he was still super rich. Remember how many bits he had? He had that whole fucking jar, bro.
Yeah, but that's just from that one jar of dirt.
But you don't know. Did you see how rad his boat was compared to everyone else's?
Yeah, but if I was him, I'd be living more comfortably, being like, I can get all this
But
stuff.
here's the thing. He wants to live on the ocean, so he has the raddest boat possible.
Yeah, but then he runs into this bullshit.
Dude, his boat is faster than everyone else. Remember that scene where the guy steals his lines so he makes other people murder him? It's like... Why did that idiot go, I got your lines? You know, if he had...
Because he thought he was dead to rights.
Yeah, I guess.
He was like, huh, you suck.
I liked Costner's boat a lot.
Yeah,
it's like Mad Max's car. You know, like you really dig it. Like, it's cool.
That's like, this movie has such cool ideas. Like, I feel if Kevin Costner had his way, I feel like this movie would have been a lot better.
I feel like this is a movie that was written by, I have no proof for saying this, but I feel like someone wrote this movie and it was really okay. And then a committee went, you know what's popular? Mad Max isn't even really popular anymore.
Well, the guy originally wrote the screenplay and everything to be a carbon copy of Mad Max.
Right, so, so some committee told him to write a script. He wrote a script.
No, I think he originally wrote it and they gave him like a budget of like, I think that's where I got the $6 million.
But here's what I'm saying is, I'm telling you, committee.
It got
a committee wrote this movie.
Which the thing is, you had the director trying to do all this stuff, and you had Costner in the back seat. Like the director couldn't make a director's cut because they ran out of time because Kevin Costner.
But at the same time, you're the director. You're in charge. If the committee is saying
Costner's got all the power, man.
But a good director knows how to direct his actors.
And this is the same director that directed Robin Hood with Kevin Costner.
Oh, so Costner must have been friends with him.
They were friends, but they had beef on Robin Hood. So the director's like, do not hire Kevin Costner for this.
And then they did.
Yeah, and then the director ended up leaving the end of the movie.
I mean, I don't blame him, man. That movie sucked. Like, that movie... And it was like the music.
The music was cool.
No, it wasn't.
You didn't like it?
The music was like weird, like...
Well, originally Kevin Costner actually fired the original guy because they want He said it was more tribal.
Yeah,
music.
they were going with tribal music, and it was fucking bad.
Yeah.
Just do generic, like, gung, 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 gung. Because that's what you're going for. Don't do weird, like, tribal, like, look, it's like Polynesian culture, but we're not going to do Polynesian, we're going to do Indian. And it's like, nah, your music is completely geographically off.
Do you want to know another reason why I hate the character of the Mariner? He's such a dick. Why not be like, yeah, I'll bring you with me, get saved, then just bail?
That's what he tried to do.
No. He was like, hurry, come on. And the boat was going, and he was like...
Well, he needed them to just... I don't know, and then they got out, and he was like, I promised I'd save you, and then then she got naked, and he was like, ooh.
Yeah, but that was further down the line. And then they have the love story with her and him, which doesn't... Like,
do you like every time they show his gills, you hear like a like noise? It's like his gills are constantly...
When they showed his feet, it was just so bad. It was like pale.
Socks. He put socks on. That's what it looks like.
I do like how they made him a mutant, but they didn't explain how or why.
And then everyone hated him?
Well, the thing is, if the little girl lived on land, how was he able to mutate?
Because, again, we don't have a time scale.
Yeah, but if she lived... It's...
Exactly.
It's such a mess.
I know. It's like... Dude, if I was in that atoll and someone was like, hey, that guy can breathe underwater, I wouldn't be like, yeah, I might be like, holy crap.
Let's keep him.
Make him fuck all the women, right? So we all can breathe underwater.
Like, do you think the woman and the daughter would have had a better time just with Dennis Hopper? Because why wouldn't they just get the tattoo and draw it?
Oh, let's talk about Dennis Hopper. Remember his big speech?
At the end when he throws the spam everywhere?
This is about... industry. This is about progress. We'll find a tree and plow the ground around. I get it. Save the rainforest. I fucking get it. Oh yeah, industry's bad. Except when we're drilling for oil. Then it's okay.
Give me a PBR.
You know what I mean? Like, they tried to do the whole, like, evil, like... Because every 90s movie has an alligator skin boot capitalist as their villain. You know? Like that guy. And Dennis Hopper was playing that guy, but he also had a fucking missing eye, and he was on a boat, and it was Mad Max. And it was so stupid.
I feel like it might have been better just to live on the Dennis Hopper's kind of rule.
Well, he had the giant oil tanker.
You got that hydro.
God, they call it hydro.
What? Like...
Go juice. Black stuff. He's got dirt. Pure unfiltered dirt! What do you mean unfiltered? Dirt is a filter. Fuck.
He should have been... Like, I feel like his personality, like the Mariner's personality, just ruined his character. Like, anything he could accomplish.
His character would have been great. Get rid of the kid.
Yeah. But why wouldn't they just draw the tattoo? You don't need the fucking girl.
Because
it's a simple-ass tattoo.
Because no one has paper. Remember? When the crazy guy shows him paper and everyone's like, whoa.
Or the paper, just write it on a piece of metal or wood or something.
Yeah, I know. Whoa. Did you just think of a solution?
Then they're like, we just skin it off her back.
Yeah, that guy, Brother Andrew or what? Saint Andrew. And then when they're going up in the balloon, Saint Andrew shoots the little girl, like her rope, and he falls, and Hopper goes, Saint Andrew. I was like, that's a great scene. I was like, that Saint Andrew character has more characterization than anyone else in this movie.
I feel like everything with Dennis Hopper's like story.
I
want like a Dennis Hopper version.
It's another example of the villains being more interesting than the hero. Like Batman, the villains are more interesting than the hero.
Yeah, sometimes.
Most 100% of the time. You're gonna sit here and tell me fucking Solomon Grundy or Copperhead or fucking Clayface.
We'll get into Solomon Grundy.
Who was the doctor? Who was the doctor? Who was the psychiatrist that took over the mantle? Not Dr. Shiva. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Yeah, Waterworld sucked. It didn't suck. It was just bad.
No, it wasn't fun.
No.
Was there any fun in it?
No.
Was it pretty?
Kinda.
So let's scale it. On a 1 to 10 fun level. Give it probably like a 3. Is that fair?
Yeah, 3 or 4.
For cool action. Maybe like a 4.
1.
A 1?
That was so generic.
Even like the jet skis doing all the fun stuff.
Da, 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 da.
Totally unpractical skiers doing their thing. Like why? You're just leaving yourself open.
Yeah, they land in the middle of the pool. and then they just start swimming and shooting, and it's like
And they have all the oil, being able to, gas, being able to run all this stuff.
Yeah, go juice.
What about technical achievements for this movie?
Oh, like camera work and sound and ADR, fucking one. It was the most generic, basic fucking camera work. Some of the sound effects were just like, excuse. Kevin, there's a part where Kevin Costner's holding a wrench, and he throws it to the side, and you hear a bottle break. What? Excuse me? You know, it was just like dumb shit. Like, every time he moves his gill, and it's just like, if my gills constantly made like noises, I'd fucking sew them shut, you know? I don't want to deal with that.
So you're telling me the only achievement this movie had was set design?
Costumes and sets. Costume sets, and some of the explosions were good.
Yeah.
Like that one set where it's just the pillar swaying in the ocean, and the guys, oh god, what do they call it? Porto-Greek? Portuguese and Greek apparently becomes a language.
The problem with this movie is they try to be edgy and like cool and have all these slang terms for everything, which it would never happen in real life.
No, I mean, actually, you look at real life now, we talk with emojis. Yeah.
You get that smiley face building over there.
Dude, did you hear chocolate rations are up 3%? That's double plus good. 1984, everyone. What was I going to say? Fuck. Yeah, like, that was cool. But, now that you told me about the Joss Whedon punch-ups,
yeah,
every scene now makes sense. Because why would, remember when, they see the traitor, the crazy traitor guy? This scene was, like, especially jarring, because I wasn't paying attention, and it brought me back into the movie, but not in a good way.
Yeah.
Like, I was reading on my phone something, and, they see the traitor, and I'm like, whatever, and then she's like, the flags, or whatever, and then Kevin Costner's ignoring her, and then she goes, what if he has some phone? And then hard cuts to them talking to the guy, and I was like, yo, what? Like, it was just like if they were having a mundane conversation and she screams food at the top of her lungs, and it was like, who said that was a good idea?
We're talking about the scene where he was like, go rape the girl. God damn it, my conscience just kicked in.
Exactly, like, the Mad Max character would be like, you fucking rape her, I don't give a shit. But then the Joss Whedon was like, no, superheroes. I hate Joss Whedon, I don't know if you caught on yet.
Buffy, man, you just said you liked Buffy.
Right, but I feel like that wasn't Joss Whedon in Total Control.
It was.
Firefly
was Joss
Were there
Whedon.
other writers? How many other writers were in the room? How many other writers had the balls to...
Firefly was his.
How many writers had the balls to tell him no because he wasn't super famous yet? Then he winds up like a George Lucas where everyone's scared to tell him no, and we get the prequels. AKA...
Oh, you know, we get Justice League.
I mean, we should have seen it coming with Waterworld.
We didn't know.
I know! No!
But overall, was this movie good?
No. I mean, no. It just wasn't good. There's a reason why people hate it. It's just not a good movie.
Now, do you think the 46% is nostalgia?
No, I think the 46% is deserved. It's not a bad movie.
Is your computer still on? Look up the fan reviews, because that's the critic reviews.
Yeah, the Metacritic reviews you can never trust.
Because I honestly feel like the fan reviews are going to be a lot higher. Waterworld's one world, bro. Waterworld tomatoes.
Waterworld tomatoes. Ah, dude, remember when he's eating the tomato leaves? I was like, that's a good touch.
When he's just like eating the food and they're like scavenging. Yeah, 43.
43, that makes sense, dude.
So, do you think it's a lot nostalgic being like, yeah, this movie's good?
No, I think it's deserved. It's not
the worst thing ever made.
The worst thing ever made, but it's just not good.
I think you shouldn't watch the extended version. The scenes that they added were good. It added more, like, depth to the movie, I guess. A little more characterization of some of the characters.
By the way, she looks like the chick that I was saying was super hot in the podcast.
Did you call her a bad name earlier?
What did I call her?
Camel face?
No, I said she had a lazy eye, and you can still see it.
Yeah.
That's fine. My uncle has a lazy eye. What are you gonna do? Fucking born with it.
Yeah, why are you gonna be a dick, people?
Seriously. Like, point it out, but don't make fun of him.
If you do, just don't do it to their face.
Seriously, do it through a computer screen. It's way easier, guys. There's this thing called the internet, and you can just say whatever the fuck you want. It's awesome.
And if you want to say some shitty things about this episode,
Yeah.
do it in the comment section. But yeah, that was what we thought about Waterworld. We decided it was not good. Was this a good movie to do for our first actual episode? I don't know. Let us know.
Actually, I'm going to go ahead and say this is probably the perfect movie to do for our first episode because, again,
It can only go up.
we're not walking. Dude, I'm not walking away from this movie being like, oh fuck that, but I'm walking away going, it just sucked.
Yeah. You think if you're a drunk, it'd be better?
I was watching it drunk. What the fuck are you talking about?
So
Dude,
no.
I rolled I remember watching it and I was like, I gotta smoke weed. And then I smoked some weed and I was like, it's just not better. Like, what do I do?
All right. Well, that was Waterworld. Let us know what you guys thought about it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let us know if you like the movie.
We're gonna use that dartboard to pick the next one.